This episode is brought to you by Buckshot Brew. Get ready to take a shot with Buckshot Brew. Brewed using Arabica beans from the Cordillera region, this strong and refreshing iced coffee drink gives you a bold flavor with a much needed kick to boost your day. Available in sweet black, chilled vanilla, salted caramel, and white mocha, each drink is handcrafted so you can be sure of quality and freshness. Take your shot now with Buckshot Brew.
So, a rainy afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the FlipGeeks podcast. And today, we're talking about the latest Dragon Ball movie, Dragon Ball Superhero. And today, it's just the two of us. It's me, Rai. I'm usually the guest, but today I'm doing the intro. And with me is one of the regulars of the FlipGeeks pod. You can introduce yourself.
Hello, it's me, Kraken May. I use my current powers for good, and I am a fellow Dragon Ball enthusiast like Rai here. We are 90s kids, so lumaki kami sa RPN days, and we both watched together the screening for we both watched together the advanced screening for Dragon Ball Superhero because one super is not enough. You need twice because it has twice the action, twice the laughs. So thank you to Columbia Pictures Philippines and Crunchyroll for inviting
Yep,
Ryan
yep.
and I
Thank you,
to
thank you.
this shindig. We had so much fun. 'Di ba? Alam mo, like
Mhm.
although it was a more private setting, kasi it was mostly, the reviewers.
Yeah,
Pero
media.
ang lakas ng tawa ng mga tao. Nakakatawa. Parang feeling ko nanonood lang ako with friends, like after school, on an afternoon. Na or kakatapos ko lang ng homework gano'n. Tapos talking to my friends. Parang ganun yung tawanan eh, 'di ba? Kasi
Yeah.
there's so much history to Dragon Ball.
Mhm.
Now, alam na natin yung mga inside jokes about it or like yung mga characters, I mean, kinalakihan natin. So, like, when they do something talaga, natatawa tayo. Or like, sabihin natin, parang lahat na lang nagiging friend ni Goku. Lahat ng kalaban.
Yes.
Parang ano siya, di ba we're joking, parang siyang Fast and the Furious. Lahat
Oo,
na lang
ano?
family.
Now that I
Ma-family.
think about it,
Yeah.
sa dami ng movie niya, or baka yung Fast and the Furious yung gumaya sa Dragon Ball, di ba?
'Di ba? Nakakatawa kasi parang para I think I mentioned this outside of this recording, but I was asking someone else. I was asking, teka, ito ba yung Dragon Ball na kalaban si Beerus? And then nakita ko nag-hangout sila ni Goku, tapos kumakain ng
Hmm?
ice cream si Beerus. Sabi ko, oh, okay, I guess friends na sila. Bati na pala sila dito. May isa pa kasing movie na siya yung pinaka-big bad. So, nakakatawa
Yeah.
lang for me. And I think ganun talaga yung running joke dito. I mean, everybody na nakakalaban ni Goku or at least anyone related to him or anyone from his group of friends and family, laging nagiging friendship nila in the end.
Oh,
Great
basta yung namatay.
example. Oo, di ba ang pinaka-OG example si Piccolo, di ba? Kalaban nila yung dati.
Yep, sa Dragon
Oo.
Ball.
Yeah. So, yun na nga. Gusto ko lang rin malaman because you are also a fellow 90s kid and you're a big Dragon Ball fan. What did you think about Dragon Ball Superhero? Like the storyline and na you were able to catch up ba with the story kahit na diba, ang dami na kasi sa franchise na series. You don't know kung ano na bang timeline na tayo. So yeah. What do you think, Ryan?
So, I'm Googling right now, and yung Dragon Ball Superhero is coming up as 34th in the series, pero it's a combination of all the
Wow.
movies and the series. So, ganun na siya kadami. So, with that being said, you wouldn't feel lost if you're an OG Dragon Ball fan. So kids from our generation would surely love this, even if they're not acquainted with the current Dragon Ball Super. because the story would mainly focus on Gohan, or this is somewhat like an unofficial sequel to the Cell Saga. I don't know if you remember that from Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, yeah. I remember pa nga the meme eh, I'ma charge my laser. May
Yun, di
song
ba?
yun.
So,
Millennial joke. Yeah.
so that's where it picked up na parang the movie started with a quick background as to how Goku defeated the Red Ribbon Army and the androids. So they're trying to reclaim their power in the current timeline. So doon nag-start yung movie. So now it focuses mainly on Gohan. And for once, it's refreshing na hindi na si Goku tsaka si Vegeta yung makikita natin all throughout the movie. So this is a refreshing take on that. So yun. Without spoiling anything, this is more of the focus on Gohan and Tito Piccolo.
And Tito Piccolo, yun I was gonna say nga. I agree with you Don Ryan kasi as much as I love the main storyline and nakakatawa naman talaga si Goku kasi kahit na sobrang clueless niya, for some reason, he's able to defeat all the biggest and baddest conquerors of the galaxy kahit na anga-anga siya. And
Mhm.
si Vegeta is my favorite character personally. As in, crush ko siya nung bata ako until now. Yan ang aking super Saiyan
Bias.
husband, unbiased. Kumbaga, kung sa boy band, siya ang bias ko. Kaya nga gusto ko maging Bulma. Pero, yun nga, like you said, it's nice to put the spotlight on the other, I wouldn't say supporting because they have their own agency naman. And they have
Mhm.
their own adventures. Lalo na si Gohan kasi diba he had Dragon Ball GT.
Mhm.
Although I know very divisive ang GT because it's
Mhm.
ang layo niya from like the other shows from the
Mhm.
franchise. Pero ako, personally natuwa ako sa GT. Like, parang mas chill yung mga tao. You know, parang siyang slice of life slash shonen anime. So, I like na medyo nag-chill sila doon. It was about family and then you could see yung family life uh,
Doon,
of
ayun.
everyone, diba?
Doon
Pati
naman ako
si Daddy
na-disappoint sa
Vegeta.
GT.
Ano yun?
Doon naman ako na-disappoint sa GT.
Oo.
Parang picking up from Dragon Ball Z, parang ang ganda na nung build-up kay Gohan. Ito, parang medyo related din sa superheroes.
Oo.
Kasi diba, on the Cell Saga, they were claiming na Gohan is like the chosen one, the greatest
Mm-mm.
Saiyan, parang the promised one. Meron pa nga siyang Arthur moment, di ba? Yung
Oo.
may pagpulpul pa siya ng sword. Tapos parang pagdating ng GT, he became like a token character, parang mediocre
Parang siyang, di ba
superhero.
nagsusuperhero siya doon? Oo
Oh,
nga.
si great Saiyan man. Parang nawala
Oo.
yung potential niya. Parang,
Very divisive nga. Kaya di ba
mm,
sometimes they say that GT never happened or like wala siya sa canon. Yun yung sinasabi. Pero ako, natatawa kasi ako sa side ni Vegeta sa GT. Para kasi siyang bumbling dad. Kaya lang ako natatawa doon. But I get what you're saying. Iba kasi yung, iba talaga yung, how do you say it? Yung pagkabong pagkabongels, yung pagka-grand talaga ng action for the main storyline with sina Goku and how you think it's the biggest villain na, but then there's like an even worse one. Diba lagi siyang ganon? Like,
oo.
lagi, lagi na lang
Pero sa formula,
nagpa-pile up yung problems.
oo.
Ano yung thoughts mo for this one? You think that it captured the essence of yung mga classic Dragon Ball, itong superhero?
Yes. So, speaking of GT, parang it's wrong to say na it didn't happen. Kasi in terms of timeline, we're actually watching that timeline right now. Kasi di ba sa GT na-introduce si Pan, na family man na rin si Gohan. So, continuation yung Dragon Ball Super. So, in essence, kids our age, parang we grew up with with Dragon Ball. I was talking to friends then about it na parang we grew up with the series. Remember nung kids tayo na parang na-amaze tayo na na si Trunks from the future, 'di ba? Pero in Super, we're now watching that future. So andun na tayo. We're that old.
At saka okay na rin kasi we're always focusing on the timeline na bata pa sila or ano panaginip pa lang si Trunks at si Goten. So, finally, nakapag-move on na tayo sa
Yep.
timeline and we're here at nakikita na natin yung Gotenks. Kasi diba parang palagi na lang, I'm from
Yep.
the future. Tapos biglang
Oo.
mawawala na si Trunks. Tapos ikaw, okay, that's it. Pero Trunks is so freaking cool. Like, I wanted to see more of him. So, we got to see a bit more of him here. Although, the focus talaga was on Piccolo and Gohan. Although, natatawa ako kay Gohan kasi parang may GT vibes pa rin. Yung
Yep.
sabi niya, don't bother me, I'm studying
Oo.
and researching. Parang, dude, you're like the guy who went through like so much training with Piccolo when you're a kid. Tapos now you're just like, although I'm not dissing that, education is very important. Nakakatawa lang yung contrast na si Piccolo was going, this is not, hindi naman siya spoilery, but basically Piccolo was just doing a lot in this movie and just, Gohan was just chilling for most of the first half. Yun lang yung funny for me.
Kaya nga parang it's cool to reminisce na parang superhero picked up where GT left off. Parang ganun, 'di ba? Na parang makikita mo scholarly pa rin si Gohan. Na parang there are some funny scenes there na parang without spoiling anything, someone tried to do something bad to him pero he didn't exert much effort na parang lumalabas pa rin na malakas siya kahit nag-aaral pa din siya.
Oo.
So,
Nice to see rin the next generation, no? Like, Sinapan, na Gotenks. Gotenks na talaga tawag ko sa lab. Basta,
yun nga,
okay sila.
they retained the same humor eh. Kaya, nung sabi ko nga dun sa review ko, na Dragon Ball Superhero is more of a Z rather than Dragon Ball Super. 'Di ba? Kasi yung humor, yung action scenes, tsaka nag-focus sila dun on that particular timeline, Gohan and Piccolo. I mean, yes. So, kasi yung Dragon Ball Super, involved na si Virus eh. So, they took a backseat for this one. Kaya, mas
Oo nga
may
nakakatawa talaga si Beerus, no? Like, when you see his scenes, basta chill lang siya. Hindi talaga siya yung villain dito. Nakakatawa. But we can probably talk about it like in the latter half of this. I mean, usually kasi sa format naman dito, may non-spoiler and then we warn them for the spoilery part para at least we can delve into like the details rin of what you liked and what you think could be improved upon dito sa movie.
So, speaking of what I like, let's start with that. I really like na makita mo yung influence ni Akira Toriyama.
Toriyama, yeah.
Yep, with this one. Na parang down with the ecchi humor. Na parang it worked back in the 90s. Pero ngayon, baka mapapaisip ka na is that humor appropriate pa? Pero it's Dragon Ball eh. Di ba?
My gosh, you just reminded me. There's like that scene with Bulma's butt. And I'm just like,
yes.
seryoso ba to? Like, this is like 2-3 seconds that they dedicated to animate this scene. And yun, that's very classic 90s.
Diba? Yun nga, kasi in the 90s, I don't know if you remember that episode. I think it was still in Dragon Ball. First time yata nila masamon si Shenron. Remember the pig dude na friend ni Bulma? I forgot his name.
Yung baboy.
Na parang he wished for like a panty. Parang hindi masayang.
Hello, si Master Roshi ba yun? Sobrang maniac.
Yun nga, di ba?
Dude, na laging maniac forever. Ano pa ba? At saka naalala ko tong sino na yun sa kid. Sobrang, sabi ko, I can't believe pinalabas to sa TV. Like, nung first time maging great ape ni Gohan, pag shrink niya, Jubads, full frontal. Tapos sabi ko, wait, pwede ba to sa TV?
But we were not.
Diba kita lahat? Nalala mo yun?
Ayun nga.
Wow. No censor at all.
Pero we were not thinking about it differently back then na parang dati, parang okay, nawalan siya ng damit, so kaya pinakita lahat.
Oo, pero just to contextualize rin naman, sa
Mm.
Japanese culture kasi, nudity is
Normal.
presented rin as humor. So
Mm.
like, di ba,
Okay.
Crayon Shin-chan?
Yes,
Di
yes.
ba, di ba, Crayon Shin-chan na lang tinatagal na shorts, mga ganon. And I
Oo.
feel like that was the approach here, because for some of the scenes. Although, I would say the Bulma scene is definitely medyo for the fanboys or like
Yun nga,
people who are into women. This is the very male gazy. Dun lang ako na paano. Ha? But okay, sige.
pero yun
That's
nga,
your
di ba?
style. Yeah.
It's added to the nostalgia factor. It's not really more the it's not really about the humor itself na parang it's just something parang fan service, 'di ba? Na parang uy, that's classic Dragon Ball, 'di ba? So, yun yung magugustuhan din ng mga fans pag napanood nila to.
Oh yeah, lalo na the older ones were like looking for that classic humor. Tsaka na-balance nila well, no? Kasi lahat naman tayo na nanonood, sobrang na-impress tayo sa action scenes. But at the
Mm.
same time, as in, ang lakas ng tawa ng mga tao eh. In that crowd, diba? As in,
Yep.
ganun talaga eh. Pag nag-joke-joke. Tapos it's so nice to see that directed kay Piccolo. Kasi
Mm.
honestly, sobrang funny talaga niyang tito. Tapos natawa pag
Oh,
hawak niya yung phone, sobrang tito lang.
parang, exactly. Parang makikita mo na parang how Piccolo, deals with technology. Parang, yun nga, sabi mo nga, parang siyang titong-tito na hindi
Tito,
na,
Tito of Dragon Ball.
hmm.
Pero ano yung, what did you think about the animation? Kasi, napansin nga natin, diba, it's very CG right now.
Hmm.
Like, for me kasi, it reminded me of like the video games I played, like Budokai Tenkaichi Tag Team, like the series of Dragon Ball games.
Fighter Z.
Medyo ganun, diba? Medyo ganun yung medyo cel-shaded CG type.
Hmm.
For me, okay naman. Like, it still looks smooth. It still looked like classic Dragon Ball, but upgraded yung graphics and high-res. And it's so surreal for me to see, like, high-resolution na Dragon Ball because I'm so used to the old school na 2D na medyo, diba, medyo, alam mo yung medyo old school vintage filter na medyo brown pa siya. So, ano yung thoughts mo dun, Ryan?
Actually, good thing na na-bring up mo kasi there's talk about like online among fans na parang dun sila naging divided when it came to Dragon Ball Super, yung animation style. Not everyone is a fan of like
Mm-mm.
merging 2D and 3D. Kasi nga, parang hindi pa sila makikita over dun sa classic na 2D, classic Dragon Ball na yung 90s animation. I mean, nothing can compare naman talaga dun sa classic na talagang mapapawaw ka. Pero it's not to the point na pangit naman yung CG. Sabi mo nga, they were able to merge well na yung 3D. It was mainly purely on effects, like yung mga superpowers nila and the backgrounds. Pero the rest, 2D pa din. So the animation style is still the traditional.
Hybrid, diba? Oh.
Yep. So I think it didn't, I don't know where the hate is coming from, pero siguro ganun na lang naman talaga yung karamihan ng fans, may masabi lang din, di ba? Pero
Mm-mm.
it's a great improvement na yun nga, to your point, HD na siya. So,
hindi na tayo may hirapan tumingin.
yun nga, So, pero talaga mapapabilib ka na dun sa effects.
Oo.
So,
Although, 'di ba? Pero of course, I mean, I'm sure you agree na nakaka-nostalgic yung old school na art. Oh, si Ika nandito. Hello.
Yes.
May
Let
surprise
us,
guest.
yeah, we have a
Kumbaga sa
super guest.
Dragon Ball,
Oo nga
may
eh.
biglang dumating na
Charan!
character, dumating from the sky at naglanding dito sa
I don't know what to say. What do they say ba? Ano yung mga catchphrase nila pag biglang dumarating?
ano ka na lang, Kamehameha!
Kami! Kami!
That
Yeah!
way.
So,
Ayun.
everyone, we would like to introduce our friend from the future.
Oo.
From the future.
From the future. So halfway through our pod, we have a new character, new challenger.
Sorry, guys. So yeah, just some technical issues earlier on. So continue. Carry on.
Introduce,
Carry on.
yeah, introduce yourself, new
Okay.
character.
New character. It's Ika Cheng. Yeah. So yeah, I'm from the future, Chareng. Since you guys are talking about Dragon Ball superhero. So sige, just continue
Oh
and
my
I'll
gosh,
just
she is from the
jump.
future. She knew what we were talking
Ah,
about.
there.
The
Ta-da!
plot
Dun, dun, dun,
twist. So
dun.
what we were talking about what we like. So we're talking about the animation nga na nakakamiss
Mhm.
yung nostalgic nga. Yung medyo brown patting na medyo staticky na old school 2D art. But then,
SD,
tapos
Oh,
yeah.
yep, yep.
super
Oo.
pero upgraded na to eh. So, for me, as someone who grew up with the series, parang it's nice to see the evolution. Wow, pinasok ko, Dragon Ball Evolution. Pinasok ko pa yung
Wag,
title ng
wag,
isang
wag,
show.
wag natin banggitin yan. Yun yung pinaka-fan ng Dragon Ball.
Yun na nga eh. Ayan. Tapos we're talking about GT. Kasi ako, I liked it. Just for the humor. Parang kasi, ang dami na kasing laban na serious all the time. I just wanted yung slice of life na kalokohan ng GT. But I know not everyone likes GT. It's a very divisive series na some don't even wanna put it sa canon. Ganon. But as Ryan was saying nga, tama diba? It fits in talaga with Dragon Ball Superhero eh. Kasi na-balance niya yung humor ng GT and yung
The fights.
pagka-epicness ng fights of like the main franchise. Na that's why you watch Dragon Ball anyway. Kahit na nakaka 10 episodes, tumatakbo pa rin si Goku. Manonood ka pa rin every week because you want to see him kick some major butt. Some alien butt na eventually magiging best friend naman niya yung kalaban niya anyway. So parang I'm never worried about the kalaban. Like, magiging friend niya yan. Add niya sa social media ganon. Maging best
Remember,
friends na sila. Oh.
remember nga, yung Cell Saga, it ran for like a whole year sa
I
GMA7,
know.
diba?
Parang sabi ko, Cell Saga pa rin ba tayo? hindi na natapos.
As I was saying about Dragon Ball superhero, I'm not really like a fan like you guys who followed the series, but it's still something that I was able to enjoy because I expected the great animation, I expected the great fight scenes, and I was not disappointed. But I did not expect the comedy. Super tawa ako ng tawa. I was like laughing throughout, like from start to finish talaga. So that's why it was still enjoyable, even if I'm not like even if I'm just a casual viewer. So yun naman ang masasabi ko na it's a must watch for fans because I'm sure there were like a lot of Easter eggs na hindi ko na pick up. But if you're a fan like you guys, magigets na yun. But it was still something na enjoy ko.
If you're a newbie though, would you wanna watch superhero? Like, kasi wala kang alam sa Dragon Ball. Is this something that you think may madadala kang tao na super newbie? What do you think, Ika and Ryan? Ryan.
Challenge
Ryan first.
siguro.
I think hindi. At least you should have at least,
Basic
somewhat,
knowledge.
parang like,
Working knowledge. Kumbaga sa
yun,
Kumbaga sa
like
LinkedIn.
Ika, casual lang siya. Pero she has knowledge about it.
Yeah.
Pero yung talagang, parang hindi siya magandang starting point to the series. Siguro pinakamagandang intro to the series pa din would still be Dragon Ball Z.
Isip ko kasi baka pwede yung kids. I think baka they can pick it up. Lalo na there's summary naman sa start. Ako, I think yung mahilig sa anime in general. Magagets
Kasi
na
maraming-
nila yung hero's journey na to eh.
Pero marami kasing questions eh. Like, Red Raven Army, like the androids.
I think
mean,
it depends. It depends on the person. Na
Oo,
if
it
you're
could be
willing to be open-minded and have those questions, na baka ma-lost ka. Pero if you're there for the action lang, diba? You just want to see some badass action. Pwede. Pero kung you need to brush up on it, pwede rin. So, ganun na lang siguro yung option for the newbies. Ayan. Pero if you're a fan talaga, or kahit casual ka, or you saw it in passing as a kid, yan, nostalgia ka, As in, na-feel ko talaga yung age ko na nakita kong lumaki na sila Trunks. Although technically, I mean, they're supposed to be older than us. If we're following the timeline, kailan ba lumabas to? 80s pa eh. Diba?
Kaya
So,
kasing tanda talaga natin sila.
Oo. Mas matanda pa sila sa atin. Pero yun lang. Nakakatuwa. Lalo na si Pan. Because, it's nice to see like a female, na siya, quarters, a 3/4 Saiyan. Kasi half Saiyan na si Gohan. May human wife. So, 3/4 na ata. But yeah, it's nice to see a sort of a Saiyan na babae. So, yun. Hopefully, Pan will have her moment. I wanna see rin sana sina Trunks when they're, as in yung grown up na, yung the one we see sa yung pag time travel siya to the past. I hope to see that also. So, ayun.
May na-realize ako just now when you're talking about Pan.
Yeah.
Na hopefully she'll pick up, she'll be the lead in the series, di ba?
Ano yun?
Yes. May potential, pero kasi may pagka-probinsyano ang Dragon Ball eh.
May pagka-ano?
Hanggat probinsyano. Hanggat hindi nawawala si Goku, walang magli-lead sa Dragon Ball na iba. Ilang beses na siya namatay, di ba?
I know, sana, pero at least opportunity tong yung movie na to, 'di ba, na the spotlight nga was on Gohan and Piccolo. And speaking of, baka we can go na to the spoilery stuff because we've been avoiding it kanina. So I think naman this half naman pwede na. Para at least you can unleash yung tunay mo talagang naiisip about this movie. Lalo na ikaw, Ryan. I wanna hear what you think about the plot-wise. Okay ba siya na ginawang movie or do you feel like dapat naging series na lang siya? Ano yung thoughts mo?
Yes, I agree na it's a perfect movie. Kasi it's too short to be a series. I mean, part of the existing series. Kasi if I remember it correctly, they just finished the Tournament of Power nung nag-transform si Goku sa latest iteration niya ng Ultra Instinct. So parang this storyline, too short siya, parang ilang episodes lang po siguro, 5 maybe, kung gagawin yung series. So maganda na naging movie siya.
And I also think that and other anime series having mga movie releases is common already in Japan. Parang recently naging trend siya to release it internationally. Di ba kasi there's may market eh. Pero mo like for Kimetsu no Yaiba, for Jujutsu Kaisen, talagang number 1 siya sa box office. So even the same for Dragon Ball Superhero. When it was first released in the US, siya yung number 1. Tinalo niya si Beast. Tinalo niya si Idris Elba. So, I think na-realize din siguro to nung sa, over in Japan, yung that there's a market for it na, to release it internationally. So, medyo trend siya. Ganyan. So, and I think that's a good thing, di ba? Parang it offers something, for the fans that they don't have to download a pirated copy, diba? They can enjoy it in the cinema. So, yeah, more of that. So, that's why it's also a call to the viewers, to fans, to support movies like these when they come out. Especially mga anime movies, diba? Para there will be more.
And, bagay, no? Ang ganda ng well put yun. Kasi iba yung cinematic experience.
Yeah.
I was telling Ryan nga, tayo pa lang na puro yung media, puro reviewers. Ang ingay natin. Pero yung ingay na parang natutuwa tayo, natatawa tayo together. Like, it's that shared community eh. Iba talaga yung when you're with other fans. So, I can imagine lang kung sa theater talaga and sa ang laki ng cinema, grabe nun. Mag-wild yung mga tao. Lalo na it's such a classic franchise. Na I'm sure, di ba, pwede mo nadali yung mga anak-anak mo, gano'n, di ba? Parang nandun sa age na yun eh. Di ba, ang span niya, Gen X to, Gen X to Gen Z. I would say Gen X to millennial, but maybe there are some Gen Zers who still watch Dragon Ball. Who knows? Baka, di ba? I think because it's still trending until now eh. I mean, maraming memes on Dragon Ball. So, yeah. Hopefully, more anime movies. Diba? So, yun nga, plot-wise, Ano pangalan ng dalawang dudes? Yung dalawang robot, Raya?
Si Gamma 1 and Gamma 2.
Yun, tong-tuwa. Alam mo, tong-tuwa ako
Number
sa
1,
kanila.
number 2.
They're the best. Gusto ko mag-posing ng ganon. Parang yayayain ko si Ika, magpo-posing kami ganon. Ano thoughts niyo sa kanila? Ngayon ko lang sila na-encounter eh. So, natuwa naman ako sa kanila. Like, easy to be emotionally invested in them.
Yes,
Natuwa agad ako
Yes.
sa kanila.
Kung napanood mo na. Pero like when I saw the trailer, I hated the character design.
Sabi mo, sino
Parang-
to?
Kaya nga, parang masyado siyang classic 70s, 80s superhero na parang Sentai, diba? Parang mapapaisip ka, anong powers niyan? Ba't gumagamit sila ng baril? Parang, how can a laser gun stand up to a Kamehameha, diba? So, yun yung ano.
Alam mo, hindi ko na-gets Ryan and Ika. Yung doctor dude na laging kumakain ng Oreos, parang nakakailang scene na umuulit-ulit kumakain ng sabi ko, nag-ano ba sila? Nag-recycle sila ng scene? Naubusan na tayo. Yung Oreo tayo ilang beses. Nakakatawa, natawa lang ako dun sa
He's
part.
the grandson of
The evil android doctor.
siya yung
Remember the intro? Yung may white hair
I missed
na
that
babasa.
intro.
Ayaw nga pala, sorry.
Pero yung Oreo, I think that's his thing ba? Does he always
Oo, yun. Parang ano niya lang, signature thing niya lang yun.
Nakakatawa lang kasi parang every time kinakausap siya, kumakain mo siya. Very relatable for me. Na habang nagkatrabaho, kumakain ako, gano'n. Sino pa ba nandun? Red Ribbon Army, you mentioned it in passing kanina, Ryan. Pero, sino ba talaga sila? For the benefit of the listeners.
Actually, parang superpower lang siya eh. Back in the original Dragon Ball. Siya yung unang inintroduce na, big bad sa series before Piccolo came in, before aliens.
Talaga? Sino Red Ribbon Army?
Siya na yung kalaban ni Goku. Parang sila na yung naghahanap din ng ng Dragon Balls before.
Ako hindi ko na maalala eh. Pero naalala ko si Cell. Sobrang laki niya dito. Like ganun ba siya kalaking being na alien? Ganun na ba siya kalaki? Or dito lang parang na mega size siya dito sa movie? Kasi parang malaki ba siyang dude? Hindi ko maalala, Ryan. Si Cell.
Hindi. Talagang na lang siya.
Pinalaki siya
dito. Di ba?
Like super size meal.
Mega Cell.
Mega, something.
Parang Pokemon, may mega evolution.
Kasi Cell was like absorbing, di ba? Beings back in Dragon Ball Z. Doon siya...
Spoiler alert territory na pala to, guys.
Oo.
But yeah.
So parang dito, yun yung evolved form niya na hindi niya na kailangan mag-absorb. So kaya siya ganun kalaki. Para siyang steroid cell, ganun.
So, paano ba nag-start yung plot na to? As in the spoilery plot. Bakit naiisip nung Gamma Twins na masama si Bulma? Diba? Parang si Bulma yung villain daw. Sila yung heroes. So, paano ba yung nangyari?
Apparently kasi it's like, parang mislead lang yung
Yep.
The real bad guys are sino ba yan? The small, yung maliit na...
So fake news.
Fake
exactly. It's similar to kung paano nila pinake news na si Mr. Satan yung savior ng Earth.
Nakakatawa kaya yun. Sabi ko, what's going on?
So, mislead lang yung doctor, yung who created the androids.
So, the doctor didn't know.
No.
Yep.
Tungtuwa ako dun kung kain na Oreos. Ayan.
So, parang he's just following instructions and meron siyang fascination with superheroes. Kaya may ganong angle doon.
Kaya story. Very hammy yung dalawa.
Yeah.
Kaya ganun yung itsura nila. Parang it's an homage din to yung classic 80s superheroes.
Yeah. So parang akala nila they're the good guys and sina Bulma, sina Capsule, yun yung bad guys.
Bakit,
so, yun yung
bakit kinukulit ni Piccolo si Gohan na nananahimik at nag-aaral for his research?
I think
Kasi
si
nga
Piccolo, yeah, sige,
go.
go, Ryan. Sige, go.
Hindi kasi yung parang potential nga ni Gohan na it was mentioned na he would be the most powerful Saiyan pero since naging scholar siya, parang na-pause yun. So, si Piccolo, alam niya yung potential talaga ni Gohan. Yun yung pilit niya talagang ibinabalik. Kasi di ba may mga pa nga, talks online na Piccolo is the true father of Gohan. Kasi
Yeah,
absentee father.
because Goku's
Absentee father.
really crappy dad. I mean, I would say
Oo.
Vegeta. Imagine Vegeta is the better father, and this is the
Yep.
dude who wanted to blow up the earth. Okay, and he's a better father. Goku is always like dipping out. He's like, "Bye, I'm gonna have a battle. Bye." So sobrang agree ako. Team Piccolo ako. Piccolo is the real dad. Ano yung sa yung sa Guardians of the Galaxy yung he may be your father but he ain't your
Your
daddy.
daddy. Yeah. So, you were saying na ang cute na parang yun nga, si Piccolo is really like Tito Piccolo. But yun nga, I guess in this sense, he was really a father to Gohan. And yun nga, he took this, I guess find it funny na parang, ang galing how the story, parang they're self-aware na all of the characters are really, really strong. So sometimes to get through mga loopholes, medyo comedy yung approach nila. Kaya ang funny. Like, yung si Pan, na parang she had to pretend to be kidnapped. Kasi,
Ayong
kasi sa, sa
Uh,
totoo lang, kaya naman niya bugbugin yung mga kidnappers. Pero kunwari, parang ina na lang siya ni Pico.
para ma-motivate si Gohan,
Ah,
diba?
kaya it was so funny kasi syempre the audience knows na, even if she's 3 years old, she can kick your butt. Pero nagkukunwari siya na, help me. Yun yung parang super effective yung yung comedy nila sa ganun.
My gosh, edi lolo na pala si Piccolo, no? Kasi anak na ni Gohan
Yep.
si Pan eh. Tapos diba sila yung nagbabanding now? Oh my gosh, Lolo Piccolo.
Yeah.
Kasi nga,
Actually, lolo na pala siya.
wala pa rin yung totoong lolo. Absentee grandfather na.
I just wanna
Tama
say,
yun.
sinasabi ko to kay Ika and I have no shame. I'm so attracted to Piccolo in this movie. I want to be his wife. Waifu. We're gonna have green babies. So, yan lang. Kasi ng pogi niya.
Ano ba
Lalo
yun?
na nung nag-transform siya. Although na nag-transform siya, spoiler alert, tawang-tawa ako kasi para siyang kamukha ng Terminator, si Arnold Schwarzenegger, nung naging orange Piccolo na siya.
Yun yung yun yung bagong tawag sa kanya ngayon.
Talaga?
Yung Orange Piccolo. Yep.
Yeah,
Parang
yeah.
yung pag Super Saiyan form niya.
Yeah, but it's so funny. Mas I prefer the green Piccolo, but yeah, it's nice that he has a superpowered version. I just want him to have more good things in his life. Lagi na lang tayo kayo na Super Saiyan people. I mean, what about Piccolo? What about everything he's done?
Tawa ko
Pero
ng tawa
kasi-
na
Go,
ba tayo? Sorry. Si Piccolo, he has a smartphone.
Oo, yung hawak niya,
Pinag-usapan
diba?
namin kanina. Oo.
Sorry.
Very
Related.
tito na paghawak, no?
Yeah.
How he's adapting to technology.
Lolo na nga pala siya. Lolo na kasi siya eh. Pagpasensya na natin si Tito Piccolo. Hindi na siya marunong.
Cute lang. Anyways.
Tapos,
But yeah,
what
if
are your
you're a-
thoughts? Ano yun? Go ahead, Mika.
if you're a Piccolo fan, marami siyang screen time.
Magiging crush niyo si Piccolo, guys. Promise. Guarantee ko.
Ano to redemption movie ni Piccolo.
Why does he need redemption?
Kasi di ba parang before sa Dragon Ball siya yung big bad. Di ba ang tawag nga sa kanya, The Great Demon King Piccolo.
Oo, kalaban siya. Kaya nga, nag-joke kami ni Ryan na parang Fast and the Furious nga. Lahat na lang best friends after. Tama si Piccolo, ginawang babysitter pa ng anak. Alam mo yun? After maging kalaban.
Parang the way na utusan lang siya, no?
Yayo, gano'n.
Can you pick her up? Thank you.
Siya pa nakakatawa talaga, Iken. Ang cute nila. I love the Piccolo-Pan relationship, though. Para talagang lolo, ganun. Lolo Piccolo. nag-aalaga. Yun na lang, siya, super-powered babysitter. Parang feeling ko yung mga anak-anak pa nila siya parang yung mag-aalaga. Ganong levels.
Super
Kasi
power.
doesn't age naman.
Oo. Ano yun, Ika? What you
No. Sige lang, go lang.
Iniisip ko, ano pa ba yung nangyari? Ito yung tatanong ko sa'yo, Ika, as a woman, what did you think about the scene with Bulma wishing kay Shenron to enhance certain parts of her body? Like, what is going on? Parang nagpabelo, ganon. What is going on?
Ginawa niyang belo si Shenron.
Hindi ko kinaya. Sabi ko, pero alam mo, nakaka-relate ako sa ganyang level of vanity. Alam mo yung sabi mo, okay, you're getting to a certain age. Pero of course, no, it's all about aging gracefully and accepting. Pero kung, di ba, ikasasaya mo naman, ako kasi, if yung tao, wow, napunta tayo sa ganito topic from Dragon Ball, di ba? Pero kung ikaw, it's gonna make you happy, di ba, to have certain enhancements. Basta gusto mo and not imposed by other people, then ako, I'm for it, I support it. Hindi ako yung tipong, nagparetoke ka, I'm gonna judge you. Hindi ako ganun. Kasi lahat naman tayo, we had some sort of cosmetic surgery anyway, like yung mga nag-braces, and so on. Although I think that's a health thing too. But yeah, basta ako, I'm team, basta it makes you happy, go. Pero, love yourself also. I don't know. How do you think, Ika?
I thought it was funny. Ako naman kasi parang I can't relate to Bulma kasi hindi naman ako like super yaman like her. Parang if I could, make wishes, I would wish for something else, so most likely.
Oo nga.
Hindi naman kasi kagaya niya, di ba?
Ang weird lang kasi, di ba, she's so rich, she owns the Capsule Corporation.
Yeah.
Wala ba siyang pwedeng gawin na technology for that? Talaga nag-wish pa siya kay Shenron.
I guess yun nga, in the end, in the end of the movie,
Di
binalikan
ba
nila
kaya pinick up si si Dr. Hido, yun ang gagawin niyang trabaho sa capsule.
Hala, ginawang cosmetics.
Cosmetics, yeah.
Kasi parang hindi pa yun yung hindi na venture ng capsule company, more on technology sila. So mag-start na sila ng cosmetic line.
Oh my gosh, pagiging beauty yun na yun next. Gusto ko lang makita ng side story about pagiging beauty empire ng Capsule Corporation with Bulma.
I think, a real cosmetic company should, collaborate with them.
I know, I would,
marketing opportunity yan.
As someone who collects anime makeup, like I have Pokemon, I have Sailor Moon, I would love like a capsule collection. Yes, that's a double pun because capsule collection is like a limited eme, but also it's the name of her corporation. But yun.
It's a marketing opportunity.
And from pag-retoke ni Shenron, we go to, naiyak ba kayo or ako lang ba ang naiyak nung na-deads yung isa sa mga gamas? Si Gama 1 ba yung na-deads?
Si 2.
Si 2
yung na-deads. Oo. Pero I think, hindi siya talaga permanently dead. Kasi android siya pwede naman siya gawin ulit.
Yun yung question ko Android siya, pero bakit nag-disintegrate yung body niya?
I know, parang siya nag-snap ni Thanos. What happened?
Kasi, yun nga din. Ba't nag-disintegrate yung body?
He became a real boy.
I know they explained it pero...
Ganun kalakas yung power nung explosion ni Cell. Kasi di ba yung plan nila is pagsabog is lalayo sila lahat.
Yeah.
Pero hindi na save si di ba? Hindi na save si 2, naiwan siya doon. So yun yung explanation lang kung bakit siya nag-disintegrate.
I'm so sad. Pero sana they build another one. Para may friend pa rin si Gama.
I think that will happen.
Pwede.
Tapos, gusto ko lang although I know we're all like in awe of like the mga epic scenes ng mga science and friends of science and asawas of science. Diba, dun sa Mega Cell Showdown. Pero ako, tuwang-tuwa ako dun sa doctor na may armor siya at gumugulong-gulong siya na parang bouncing ball at nakikipaglaban dun sa other dude. Si Magenta ba yun? Yung kalaban niya? Yung CEO, diba? So, Mas natuwa ako sa fight nila. Although mas small scale sila. Tawang-tawa ako sa kanila. Yung sobrang pinupush nila talaga makipaglaban. So sabi ko, I support you. Ganon. Kayo, ano yung mga favorite yung fight scenes?
Ako siguro ito major spoiler na to.
Oh,
Kasi
go!
favorite fight scene ko was the ending scene when Piccolo was wrapping himself up with Mega Cell. Tapos Gohan was preparing for the ultimate
Oh,
move.
yeah.
I was thinking na baka patayin si Piccolo. I don't know if you recall. Pero ganun yung move.
I was so
yung,
nervous.
Ganun yung ginawa ni Goku kay Raditz sa Dragon Ball Z. Hinawakan niya si Raditz, di ba?
Grabe,
Tapos
throwback si Raditz, ah. Oh.
Tapos si Piccolo yung tumira, tapos tumagos kay Raditz, kay Goku, namatay si Goku. So, I was thinking ganun yung mangyayari. Kasi remember, yung ginawang move ni Gohan, hindi Kamehameha. Yung mass Tako. It was Piccolo's finishing move. So, I thought na ganun yung mangyayari. Pero buti na lang hindi.
Yeah,
Kasi that would have been a heartbreak.
I guess kasi may iba na nag-sacrifice play si Gamma. So sabi nila, okay, kuha na tayo sa sacrifice.
Buti nga. Kasi I don't know how I would have handled it.
Baka so angry because I love Piccolo. Ito na nga lang yung hero siya. Naalala ko na naman yung sa Train Saga, Ika. Kung sino pa yung nagbida-bida doon, siya pa yung na-deads. So, buti na lang si Piccolo is still alive. Still with us.
Pero maganda naman kasi sa Dragon Ball, may retcon sila, Dragon Ball.
Ang okay dun, no? Kasi kahit sino mamatay sa favorites natin, bumabalik sila. At may Halo pa. Angel Halo. Ay, alam mo, nakakatawa tayo. Nakalimutan natin si Krillin. Just like in the series where
just like in the movie.
Just like in the movie, people forget about Krillin. Nakalimutan natin si Krillin. I mean, nag-contribute ba siya? Sort of. I mean, good for him.
He's the parang the token guy.
Parang siyang Alfred.
Pero super funny pa rin. Like, yung audience na tawang-tawa pa rin sa kanya.
Pero maganda, kinalbo na siya uli. Kasi in GT, he grew hair, diba? So at least dito, kalbo na siya uli.
Pero alam mo, ang masasabi ko, believe ako sa kanya at inasawa niya yung android. Because she's so badass.
Hindi ba baliktad na siya yung inasawa ng android?
Inasawa niya yung android. Tama, diba?
Hindi, parang
yung android ba yung inasawa sa kanya?
Mas may gusto sa kanya si
oo nga.
Si 18.
Si 18.
Si 18
or,
18, right?
I love her too. She's so cool. Hindi ko alam kung ano nakikita niya kay Krillin, pero acceptance. Ganun talaga. In fairness naman kay Krillin ay may kakayahan naman in life. Tsaka police ba talaga siya? Hindi ko maalala. Yun talaga trabaho niya eh. GT ba?
Kasi nga, di ba hanggang doon na lang yung parang kakayanan niya. So, sa GT, sa GT, di ba parang superhero si Gohan, siya police.
Alam mo, actually, si Krillin pa nga, I like him more kasi ang pinaka-binubuli talaga sa Dragon Ball si Yamcha, who was not even in this movie anymore. Yamcha na na-deads aga.
Grabe naman kayo kay Yamcha.
Yamcha na nabigo sa pag-ibig.
Lahat nagkaroon ng glow up, like dito si Piccolo, naging orange Piccolo. So lahat may moment eh. Si Yamcha, ang moment niya lang is, countless deaths.
Oo, wala siya at all dito, no? Did he appear at all?
Wala.
Wala talaga si Yamcha. Sabi ni Vegeta, no. ang kwela kaya yung sinasabi mo nga Ryan na loophole na pa. Ay, sino ba? Ika? Basta sinabi niyo loophole, di ba? Parang hindi sila makisaw-saw like si Goku and Vegeta. Kasi, pag nandun sila, super overpowered, OP na sila. Talo na agad si Mega Cell to be honest. Pero, yun nga, because of something so minor na hindi nakita yung camera, parang parang totoong buhay. Hindi napansin na may tumatawag. Ganun. Diba? Tumatawag sa evil ma sa kanila.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tapos wala lang. They don't care.
Pero I liked it. Maganda yung niya. How it was done. Parang, ito sa hilarious explanation, but still an explanation nonetheless.
But makes sense
Tapos,
kasi mapapatanong kayo, nasan sila? Ayun.
Oh,
Yeah, go
yeah.
ahead, Ryan.
Ito, wag na nating spoil sa kanila, pero there's been a long-standing question among fans na who would win between Goku and
Sige,
Vegeta.
sige, sige.
Sige, sige, sige.
So, they need to stay for the post-credits.
Oo.
It's worth it.
Basta abangan nyo dahil maglalaban na naman silang dalawa. So, let's see who...
Kaya wala sila kasi naglalaban sila for the 2 hours that the movie was running.
For wala
Oo
lang.
nga eh.
For the
fun.
sake of, for the male ego, yan lang. Gusto lang nila makipaglaban. Pataasan ng, ayun.
Ng buhok.
Alam mo, gano'n naman
Speaking of buhok,
Oh.
yung na-research ko na yung kasi nag-transform dito si Gohan.
Yes.
He's called Beast Gohan.
Wow.
So, mas mataas na yung buhok niya kay Goku. Pero white hair din.
Diba, literally. I find it hilarious na pag nagsa-science siya, si Gohan, nagiging maayos yung eyesight niya. And then when he gets back to normal, malabo na naman yung mata niya.
Can I add lang, na-realize ko, kasi I mentioned early on, sabi ko, pinapanood ko yung English dub, diba? Yun yung kinalakihan nating tatlo. And then, medyo hindi pa ako sanay nung narinig ko yung original voice actors, speaking the lines, lalo na kay Goku and kay Gohan na, ganun, diba? Parang, ganun. What do you think sa voice? Natatawa ako sa voice ni na Goku and Gohan. To think that they're like one of the most powerful people. Tapos yun yung bosses nila. Ganon. Parang pusa. Ganon. For me. What do you think?
Pero yun nga, it's cool that you brought it up kasi yung mga purist fans na gusto lang Japanese audio. So, pag pinanood nila to, matutuwa naman sila na we got the Japanese audio with English subs.
It's the OG,
it's funny, because when we were like posting about the movie, there are a lot of questions like in the comments, ganyan. Is it Japanese dub or English dub? Ganyan. So, parang for me kasi, the usual expectation is that it would be in Japanese dub, English subtitle. Subtitle. So, yun lang, I took time to answer yung mga comments. So yun, good news for fans because it's Japanese dub, English subtitle.
Yay! Yes! At saka we're used to it na rin, no? Lalo na if otaku ka. Like, gusto mo marinig kasi yung original voice actor. But that doesn't take away from the efforts of like English dubbers, Filipino
Pero
dubbers.
naalala niyo nung bata tayo, mas gusto natin yung Filipino dub.
Ako, hanggang ngayon, I still prefer like
kasi diba,
Ghost Fighter na
iba pa rin.
Yeah.
Pinalabas yung first Dragon Ball movie dito, like the Cooler's Revenge. Tapos si Gino Padilla pa yung kumantan ng theme song.
Ano?
Parang
Get that Dragon Ball! 7 Magic Balls!
What?
Yeah!
Pwede ba i-comment natin sa comment? I have no idea.
Seryoso, hindi mo napanood yun?
Hindi ko napanood.
Basta that's the song, right? Or yun yung sa series?
Oh, yun.
Get that Dragon Ball! To make a wish,
kinanta niya rin yung yung Shahala.
Version din siya.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Kasi nung pinalabas dito yun, alam ko Filipino dub din yung movie
Shala. Oh, that would be so fun.
Yeah, Shala.
And sa bagay kong Sailor Moon, gusto ko rin yung Tagalog. Ang pusong mamon.
Tuloy pa rin ang laban.
Oo. Or saan kita sa ngalan ng buwan. Yeah. So yeah, iba rin, no? But yeah, at least ito, you can see like, if you've never heard the original voice acting, ito na yung opportunity. And with surround sound. So that's great. Diba?
So,
I don't really hear the original voice acting a lot Kasi nga, sanay ako din sa English dub. I hear it.
And most international releases are with English dub.
Yun, oo. I hear some of it. I don't know kung sa video, hindi ko maalala sa video game I don't know if nabago ko siya na naging Japanese. But yeah, mostly nga it's the English dub na. Iba yung English natin doon. Hindi ko maalala if iba yung...
Sana sila. Nag-organize ng fan screenings or
parang next time siguro. Kasi for sure, hindi mauubusan. As the sun rises every day, there will always be a new Dragon Ball series.
There should wala mag-Dragon Ball,
Something.
Dragon Ball Group Philippines something. Kasi like, when
Meron
they
ba?
release, I don't know eh, kasi when they release the Detective Conan movie, yung recent na release nila, nagulat ako may Detective Conan Philippines Group. Ayun. Tapos
Yeah,
sila
if
yung nandun sa
meron,
fan
please
screening.
let us know sa comments. Because I wanna join like a local Dragon Ball
Di
group
ba?
too.
Parang di ko I can't, but anyway, sayang. Sana,
Pero siguro kasi first international release ni Crunchyroll. Kaya siguro,
maybe.
yeah,
Tsaka
kasi ang sabi
tsaka
nila
kasi,
exclusive release, di
guys,
ba?
they're on crunch time.
Badum
Yan na, tita
Badum.
joke. Wala. Hindi, pero diba, parang kasi when we watched it, the next day palabas na eh.
Kaya nga.
O baka nga kapos rin sa time. Yun yung mga theories ko rin in my head.
Yeah.
But at least may opportunity na
Yes.
agad. And it's the week. And well, as of our recording, but meron pa rin naman sa next week, diba? Pag lumabas na.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why nga we're encouraging you guys to see it in the cinemas. Kasi syempre, iba pa rin talaga, to see it in the big screen, with the sound.
Iba pa rin yung may nagsasalita sa likod mo. It makes you feel like you really are back to normal.
So, this is something na you would want to see in a cinema kasi there are other animes na, of course, aminin ko na, I also watch pirated versions. Pero yun yung mga parang passable na pag hindi mo pinanood sa sine, okay lang. Pero ito, it is here na may opportunity ka panoorin. So, talagang kailangan.
Tsaka like, parang, I guess, I mean, if we're talking about like the animation and the fight scenes, diba? Siyempre, mas maganda sa big screen. And with
astig yun sa big screen, lalo na surround sound and all that, diba? Yung, hi! Magaganon sa diba?
Kahit sumabay ka sa pagsigaw, hindi ka maririnig, diba?
Yung mga sigawan,
Okay,
yung mga kamehameha, yan, ganun nila.
So,
yung mga nostalgic for me. Yeah, so, ano yung final thoughts?
Yeah, any final
thoughts and prayers. Sino mauna?
Kayo muna tawa ko din sa prayers. Sorry.
Well, for me, di ba, I'm not a super, I'm not a big fan, casual viewer lang. I'm just aware lang ako sa characters and general storyline. But I was still able to enjoy it. So, don't be afraid, na even if you're not updated, you'll still be able to enjoy it. And it was a fun time inside the, cinema when I saw it. So, that's for me. And of course, if you're a fan, you should definitely see it.
Yeah, I'll be next na lang because Ryan has to be the ending eh. Siya yung ending natin opinion. So for me, as a 90s kid, it felt like a dream come true to see one of my childhood favorite animes on the big screen with people that I hang out with, but are also from the same generation who could totally relate. We're all laughing together. We were all cheering, literally cheering. We were all cheering for like fictional characters to just save the day. So I didn't just have a super great time. I had a super, super great time because it's Dragon Ball Superhero. Twice the fun, twice the laughs, and twice the action, and twice the muscles of Piccolo and everyone else there. So, yes, check it out if you are a fan or if you're just a sakto lang fan. Or if you're new and you're curious, you want to see some muscles. I mean, if you want to see some great action scenes, this is for you. Ayun, Ryan.
So, ayun, yung sa akin naman, if you're still listening up to this point, na-discuss na namin yung mga reasons on why you should watch Dragon Ball Superhero. So, yun, I wouldn't convince you kasi the movie itself would invite you to watch it eh. Parang it's the name itself, Dragon Ball. So parang enough said, 'di ba? So ako, I would just like to support lang. Let's support international anime releases. Kasi before, 'di ba, we were talking about 90s Dragon Ball. before we didn't have this yung mga
Mm-hmm.
movies na napapanood natin, it's like VHS recordings lang
Mm-hmm.
from relatives and friends in Japan. Tapos wala pang subtitle, di ba? So now, may opportunity niya tayo. So para magtuloy-tuloy to, even not just with Dragon Ball, with all other anime franchises na they would, creators would know that there is really a following here in the Philippines. So yun
Mm-hmm.
lang, let's show support by watching in cinemas.
Yeah. So yun. Thank you. Thank you, Columbia Pictures and Crunchyroll, for having us over. And to
Yay,
see,
thanks
Yay, thank
Colombia
you.
and Crunchyroll. Chala, head
and
chala.
Chala.
In
Sparkling,
Yeah,
sparkling,
diba?
sparkling, sparkling,
Sparkling. Yeah.
sparkling.
So yun, thank you guys for staying until the end of the show. Please do follow the FlipGeeks podcast. And yeah, we'll catch you on our next episode.
yun nga.
Bye.
Bye!
Bye.